Chapter 1. A serendipitous meeting ***. The soft breeze of Shaban carried the scent of blooming jasmine as Amina hurried down the crowded street, her abaya billowing behind her. She clutched a brown paper bag filled with freshly baked bread, still warm from the oven. The sky burned with hues of orange and pink as the sun set over the city, marking another day closer to Ramadan. Turning the corner too quickly, she collided into someone, sending her bread tumbling to the ground. "Oh, I'm so sorry." Her words caught in her throat as she looked up at a pair of kind brown eyes. No, I should have been paying attention," the man said, quickly bending down to pick up the fallen bread. He dusted it off, a sheepish smile on his face. "I hope it's still edible?" "I'm Idris." She hesitated before saying, "Amina." That was how it all began, a simple meeting on a busy street, with nothing more than warm bread and an exchange of names. But in the coming days, that chance encounter would grow into something neither of them expected. Chapter 2. A courtship under the crescent moon. Idris was unlike any man Amina had met before. He was thoughtful, well-spoken, and had a deep love for his faith. They met again at the mosque after Maghrib prayer, and their conversations became longer, filled with reflections on faith, family, and dreams for the future. Amina found herself looking forward to seeing him, to the quiet moments when their words carried the weight of something unspoken yet understood. It wasn't long before Idris approached Amina's father, seeking her hand in marriage. Her heart pounded when her father asked if she was open to the proposal. Amina had always imagined love would take years to blossom, but something about Idris made her feel at peace. "Yes," she whispered, her voice steady but filled with emotion. With Ramadan just weeks away, the families decided on a simple but heartfelt wedding, 2 days before the holy month began. A union rooted in faith, love, and devotion to Allah. Chapter 3. A wedding before the holy month. The night of the nikah was quiet, intimate. Amina wore a delicate ivory dress, her veil cascading down her shoulders as her hands trembled with excitement and nerves. Idris, dressed in an elegant white thobe, watched her with a reverence that made her breath hitch. His vows were spoken with sincerity, to love and grow together in faith side by side. As Amina signed the marriage contract, she felt a deep certainty settle in her heart. This was exactly where she was meant to be. The small gathering of family and close friends celebrated with gentle laughter and heartfelt prayers. It was not a grand event, but it was perfect. That night, as Amina and Idris sat on the balcony of their new home, looking up at the crescent moon that signified the coming of Ramadan, she realized she had married not just a man, but a partner in faith, someone who would walk beside her in this life, and inshallah, the next. Chapter 4. Love in the days of fasting. Ramadan arrived with the dawn, and so did the rhythm of their new life together. Waking up for suhoor felt different now. Sharing the quiet moments of the early morning with Idris, they prepared simple meals together: dates and yogurt, eggs and warm tea. Sitting across from each other at the table, they exchanged sleepy smiles, their hands brushing as they reached for the same glass of water. As they fasted, their love deepened in unexpected ways. They spent their evenings praying Tarawih at the mosque, their hearts aligned in worship. They read the Quran together, discussing its meanings and how they could implement its lessons in their marriage. Fasting alongside each other wasn't just an act of worship, it became an act of love. A love that was patient, kind, and rooted in something greater than themselves. There were moments of struggle days when hunger made them irritable, when exhaustion weighed heavy on their shoulders. But even in those times, they found comfort in each other. A knowing glance, a whispered reminder of their purpose, a gentle squeeze of the hand. Love wasn't just grand gestures. It was the small, quiet sacrifices they made for each other. The way Idris always made sure her water glass was full at iftar. The way Amina let him sleep a little longer before waking him for suhoor. Chapter 5. A love blessed by faith. The last 10 nights of Ramadan arrived, and with them, an even deeper sense of spirituality. They sought Laylatul Qadr together, praying with sincerity, their hands raised side by side in supplication. On the night before Eid, Amina turned to Idris as they sat on their prayer mats, the candlelight flickering between them. "I never imagined love could feel like this," she admitted softly. He reached for her hand, pressing it between his own. "Neither did I. But when love is built on faith, it becomes something timeless." As the call to Fajr prayer filled their home, Amina closed her eyes, gratitude swelling in her chest. She had married a man she barely knew a month ago, but now he was her best friend, her partner, her greatest blessing. And in the quiet dawn of Eid, as they broke their final fast together, she knew with absolute certainty that their love, much like their faith, would only continue to grow.